guys. Big fish for the day. Bass. Little tiny bass.
Oh, you nearly caught your ass then. Good work.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Third adventure in a series of adventures with my younger brother. We've come right up high into the low mountains or low hills around the back of Warragul.
Foothills.
Foothills, that's the word we're looking for. And we're going to travel down this river back down to Blue Rock Dam. Overnight camp. I'm hoping to chase a few fish along the way. The water is fairly cool. There is bass, redfin and trout in these rivers. Either three would do. Trout would obviously be the preference from a meal point of view. And then obviously bass from a angling point of view as far as putting up a fight and so forth. So, but any three would do just fine for a feed. We'll be happy with any of those. Only in about 2 feet of water here. Beautiful sunny day, very warm in Victoria, 36 degrees today. But no humidity, so it's lovely and cool down here on the water. We'll keep ourselves covered up and out of the sun. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a great camp out that's over the next couple of days. Looking forward to it.
And we're off. We don't need to paddle, mate. We can just cruise all day.
This is nice going with a bit of current, I must admit.
Bloody oath. Mind you, there's not a lot of current.
That's enough though. You don't want too fast or you get it out of control, you know.
12 o'clock. We've just got in the water. You can see we're just going nice. I can sit here and have a nap, I think. So yeah, we've just left the campsite, cruising down towards Blue Rock. Get going in front there. Dirt bike and Older's adventures. What a beautiful spot. How good is this, people?
Yeah, how nice is this? This is what the guy from Nimboyan was saying. See, you've got an eddy around here, you can eddy off. It was too high and too flooded into the trees, you don't get this, so you can't get off. You drop something or you want to break. Very nice.
I've got to say that there's rapids every 50 metres probably, so yeah, not quite what we expected, but yeah, still very pleasurable.
First crack at a rapid here, doing well. Oh, look at that, the Lynn takes us through in a dream. No issue at all. Oh, and he's oh, we've dropped out at the bottom. Look at that. Can't be glad we got that on camera, guys.
We had to actually portage for this section. There's a big rapid up there. We just decided to go around it. We've emptied all our gear, walked them all up here through all that bloody scrub, and just went the rapids and the unloaded boats, which is not enjoyable because they don't handle very well. And yeah, we just got into this eddy and I pulled mine back into here. And so Paul's gone back up now and to have a crack himself. So yeah, it'll be interesting because boats unloaded are just not as much fun. The heavier they are, the more docile they are. So yeah, he's going to make his way down now and hopefully pull into this eddy as well. Certainly turned out to be a far bigger prospect than we thought. Heard of guys doing it in 4.5 hours from the bridge through to the car park at Blue Rock, and I've certainly been a long way up this creek in a tinny from Blue Rock, but yeah, there you go. I underestimated it to a large degree, so yeah, here he comes now.
So far so good.
He's looking very good. Centre of the creek.
Oh, we got some cracking pace on here.
And lowering it. That's some serious speed, hey?
Shit, yeah.
Oh, you nearly caught your arse then. Good work.
Well, first portage of the day was successful. No broken bones. Very happy with that. It's always so peaceful after a rapid. Well, so far everything's going to plan. There's a few more rapids, as I said before, than we thought, but we have a look at the Gaia and Steve's heaper map. It does widen out and about another K down, so I'm hoping as we get down it will widen out into something a bit wider, but we're having a whole lot of fun. So it's very glamorous river rafting here, girls and boys. We seem to be spending more time in the water than on the water. That's alright. Luckily it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, the Eskies had a rough ride, it's lying on its side. Half the stuffing and shopping bags have come out of the front. She's looking a bit roughed up, the old kayak, but she made it. There we go. Oh, in the spa bath, lovely and refreshing. About 3.5 hours in the water now. Mostly walking our canoes and kayaks, but really lovely. It's actually been quite a bonus because it's quite hot out here now, heat of the afternoon, so it's actually been quite good to be in the water and splashing around, getting the sun off you as well. Perfect conditions. There's been some attrition. We've lost the watch off their arm that got jammed down between some rocks. That was bent. Steve got a huge big tennis ball on his shin. He's got bark off everywhere. There's been a few choice words said that we can't repeat on YouTube, but yeah, it's just amazingly quiet outside of the rapids. So for all the canoeists out there that watch my channel, Just been down about 2 or 3 sets of rapids, and by now you're sitting on the couch with either a beer, coffee or a cup of tea in your hand going, what is this guy doing? Well, that's not how you do it. So, I need you guys to smash me in the comments and educate me on rapids. I've never done rapids before, guys, in my life, so we're loving it. The water's a beautiful temperature. We're getting in amongst it. We've paddled one, it was deep enough. We've walked a couple. Lots of laughing, lots of falling over, lots of guys looking like beach whales trying to get back into canoes and kayaks. Fairly ugly, but thoroughly enjoyable. So yeah, hit me up in the comments, guys. Any tips you got about rapids, getting over them, walking down them, all that stuff? Love to hear about that. That'd be brilliant. This is how you T-bone a inflatable canoe. So what you're trying to do is get just forward of the paddle, in the side there, and then you, oh, no, we missed him. Okay. The idea is to try and tip him over. Listen to him squeal like a little piggy, because he's fallen out of his little kayak-yacky. Alright, we'll just walk across the other side here, guys, to the left hand side, try and find a channel. I'm thinking just through here. Let's have a look. Coming to a nice deep pool here, guys. Beautiful. Little rock face over to the left there.
Are you bottoming out full at all?
Nah, just getting over it. It's beautiful. Only about 4 or 5 inches of water. Well, there's a few rain clouds turning up. I'm hoping we're only about an hour and a half out of camp now, so it's about 4:15, 4:30. The camp's only about another 2 k's down, so I'm hoping we can not have to walk the canoes through too many more rapids. We can actually make a bit of time up, and we're there bang on for dinner. So set camp up, have a quick bite to eat, or depending on what the weather's doing, throw the couple of lures and see if we can't catch them down. Here he comes. We're both getting a bit weary now, getting on to 5 o'clock. Just need a few more of these long stretches of deep pools to give the old bones a rest. As you can see, Stephen's steering skills are exceptional. What's that?
Grab your partner, do-si-do.
Well guys, it's been an absolute marathon. We had to portage a very long section. It was probably a good, what, 2 hours, Steve?
Yeah, it took us 2 hours, yep.
Yeah, about 2 hours. We had to move all the gear. And we luckily had time though to evaluate the area and look at the different areas, and decided we'd pull the canoes down just a little bit further and then jump in and shoot down the actual last pieces of rapids, which was great fun. And we've finally hit the open water. It's been pretty much 50% whitewater, 50% flat water. So we're really enjoying this still water, I gotta tell you, and actually sitting in our canoes for what, about 5th time today, Steve?
Yeah.
Feels like it. And more walking than paddling, that's for sure. Late in the camp, we'll probably be in the camp about 8:30, which is why it's so dark on the camera now, guys. We'll chat to you more when we're there. Well guys, we are absolutely shot. Big day on the water today. Most of it walking on cross rapids, getting smashed, slammed, portages and the like. We got back to camp here finally at about 8 o'clock, Steve?
Yep.
About 8 o'clock, which was nice. Half an hour of light left, so we got the fire cracking along. Set the tents up and so forth. Steve cooked up some schnitzels and salad, which was actually really, really good. Had a few beers, bit of Canadian Club and Dry, and now we're on the cups of tea and chocolate, and we're just about to head to bed, and we are going to sleep like dead people tonight, guys. We are absolutely shot. But anyway, we'll catch up with you in the morning. Plan is to get up hopefully reasonably. Let the birds wake us up, that'd be good, because we want to get out and do a bit of fishing. There's a nice big hole here. So we didn't get a chance to do any fishing today because we were bouncing along rapids all day. So we're hoping that tomorrow morning we'll get up early, flick the rods out, spend a bit of time on the water, and then we'll head down river trolling, and any holes we'll pull up and have a bit of a flick around as well. So we will chat to you then.
Well, it's a lovely cool morning this morning. Very, very still. A bit of cloud cover, which is why we're getting the muted colours. I'll just come down the river here to enjoy a coffee. Steve's already set up. Flicking a few lures around. A couple of small hits so far, but nothing major. Well, yesterday was a day of attrition, a day of education and learning. I managed to lose my Seiko diver's watch I had for about 30 years, bought in Hong Kong. Fortunately, my arm got jammed down between a couple of rocks going down some rapids and got ripped off. That's all right. Steve managed to lose a little cheap tripod he had. He came in after a set of rapids he was shooting, and then came around and hooked in and jumped out of the canoe, and only to find it was about 10 feet of water. So he went straight under, rolled the canoe, lost the little tripod in the water. But look, can't complain, guys. We got through in one piece. No major breaks or injuries, but yeah, as I said yesterday, thoroughly enjoyable. So we're just going to enjoy this morning. It's about 6 AM we got out of bed. I'm just finishing a coffee now, and I'm going to put a lure on the end of my rod and do a few casts, and probably get in the canoe and just have a bit of a play around and look around, see if I can find a few trees and branches in the water the fish might be lurking under, and we'll see how we go. How'd you get on? Oh, look out, guys. Big fish for the day.
It's a little bass.
Little tiny bass. So there are fish in here. There we go. That's the incentive I need to do a bit more fishing.
Just come up here, back up the river again here, just to see if I can catch some of these little bass. Steve caught a couple of very small ones, but there's just nothing rising again. Just drifting back with the current here. I've seen bugs landing on the water. Oh, this poor old wheel's tired. But yeah, when the bugs are landing, nothing's grabbing them. I'm not sure whether we were talking around the fire last night as to whether fish might be in deeper water as well. This river does spill out to a lake, so this is where we're heading today. But anyway, I'll have a few casts and see how we get on. Well, we've got something here, guys. Let's have a look. Come on, little fella. A bit of a fight. Just a little bass. Just leave him in the water here. Came off. So they're all about 6-7 inches long. Come on. So yeah, not very big at all, guys. If you catch some bigger ones of that, that'd be better. We do know there's fish in here at least. Well, there's plenty of these little guys in the water here, guys. It's got another little bass here. Come on, little fella. Come on. Absolutely tiny. plenty of little ones, just need to find their parents. Well, after doing a bit more fishing, going back to camp, having some breakfast, now in the water at 10 o'clock, just doing some trolling on the way back. These are the same little lures. Hoping to get something a little bit further down the water column, a bit deeper. Something of size. Steve said he did see a trout this morning and a carp, European carp. European carps are pests in Australia, unfortunately. So if we're catching it then, they'll just be killed and thrown onto the bank. So yeah, but just probably just to be out in the water, not in the rapids, that's for sure. Well, we finally made it to the lake. Beautiful conditions to paddling. Only a couple more small little ones along the way. Spoke to some guys who were professional fishermen. They were catching some larger ones. And interesting enough, mostly around the boat ramp. Isn't that crazy? You go all this way to go catch fish, or you go to the boat ramp and catch fish. So I always think it's quite funny that you can literally just drive down in your car, catch some fish, or you can spend all this money on boats and gear and everything else and then finally actually catch your fish at the boat ramp. So always a bit of a laugh. Anyway, it's been an epic trip, fantastic fun, real adventure, the biggest adventure by far. Dragging, walking, hiking, hauling, but thoroughly enjoyable. Canoe got through with a few more battle scars. Steve and I both got a lot more battle scars, but we've had an absolute ball. So I'll wrap it up here for this week, guys. Thanks for coming along for this adventure. Thank you once again for all your support. Really appreciate all the comments and likes and subscribes. And I'll catch up with you all in 2 weeks' time. Bye for now.